Hi, are you thinking about getting back outside and doing some running or jogging now that it's getting a little warmer outside? Well, if you are, I want you to be careful that you don't put yourself at risk for injury. My name is Biagio. I'm a physical therapist with Elite Physical Therapy, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 biggest mistakes I see runners make when they go from not running to starting to run as it gets a little nicer outside. Mistake or problem number 1 is no preparation. So they often go from not running one bit to going outside and running, many times with no warm-up, which we'll talk about as well, but there's no preparation that occurs during those winter months to keep their body moving well so they're actually ready for the activity of running. Do you know that when you run, it can put 7 times this amount of force through each leg with each step that you take? So there's a lot of force that goes through the ankles, the knees, the hips when you run, and if you haven't done any work to prep yourself for that, then that can create problems. I'm going to give you 3 things that I really like for preparatory activities that you can do to build up your strength and endurance for getting ready to run. And the first is a body weight squat. And all you're doing on a body weight squat is working on slow and controlled, lowering down from the ground, really working on driving the hips back first and working on controlling the squat as you lower and as you come up. I like to have patients and clients go 5 seconds down and then 5 seconds up, so it puts the muscle on a little bit more tension for a longer period of time, building up to 30 body weight squats. When you can do 30 and it's easy, then you can add some external weights. Preparatory movement number 2 that I really like is called a deep squat or a resting squat. In a deep squat, you're really just going to come down into a deep position and hold. And you're going to work on building up time and endurance in this position. Now, you may start out and it be uncomfortable after 10 seconds, 30 seconds. That's okay. I want you to work on building your time up to where if I asked you to, you could be down there for 30 minutes if we wanted to and rest in that position. That will help open up the hips and give you a much better chance of a more solid movement environment when you go out to run. The third activity that I recommend for preparation is a single leg stand with opposite leg reach. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you're going to pick one leg to stand on, doesn't matter which because you're going to do both, and then you're going to reach forward and reach back, and you're working on building endurance and balance as you move back and forth. Work towards 30 reps on one side and then 30 reps onto the other side. Common mistake number 2 that we see with people when they're trying to return to running is having no warm-up. They'll go out, they'll pull their knees up a couple times, they'll stretch against the wall once or twice, and they really won't do anything to kind of prep their body right before you run for warm-up before you go. So ideally, here's how I like to sequence warm-ups. So first of all, I like to have people go out and do a little bit of walking first before they do any kind of running. You walk first to do a couple things. One is it gets the heart rate up a little bit, and it also helps to prep the muscles, get them a little bit warmer so they're a little more pliable when we start the warm-up process. The second thing that we're going to do is work on one of those same movements that we talked about in the preparatory stage is that deep squat. So you're going to come down into that deep squat position. You're going to put your elbows between your knees and you're going to gently push back and forth just to open the hips up. This helps to create a lot of good mobility and spacing for the hips to be able to create some good motion. The third thing that we're going to do is a modified form of what many people know as the runner stretch. On the runner stretch, traditionally is just hands on the wall and then you hold one leg out behind to stretch. What we're going to do a little bit differently here is to create some movement as we're doing the runner stretch. So instead of with that leg back just holding there, what you're going to do is you're going to gently move back and forth so you feel that stretch kind of band across different parts of the calf to create some more functional mobility for those areas. And then the third thing that I see as the biggest mistake that people occur with running is not having any patience. They'll go from not running at all winter to running 5 miles. Okay, that puts your body at a lot of risk for potential stress fractures, shin splints, knee pain, ankle problems, or all sorts of things that can create problems later on. And those are really the three of the biggest mistakes I see people make when making the decision to go from not running in the wintertime to running once it starts getting a little warmer outside. If you would like to learn more or talk to me in person, please check out our website, eliteptkc.com, or give us a call at 816-941-2550. You can ask for a free 30-minute consult with me, Biagio, and I can take a look at what's going on with you, and I'm happy to give some advice on helping you out to live a more active and pain-free life.